If you want your child's behavior to change, you need to do the work to facilitate that change. There is no getting around it. There's no outsourcing it. This is what has to happen. Hi, I'm Ryan, ADHD dude, and I'm going to give you some real help right now. I want to tell you this quick story. A few months ago, a parent reached out to me and she said, I've been spending $250 a week on therapy, for my son, and he's still not listening to me, and can you see him in therapy? And I explained to her, well, that's not what I do. I follow the American Academy of Pediatrics treatment recommendations for kids with ADHD, which includes medication management, which I can't provide, as well as behavior training, which I do provide through the ADHD Dude membership site. And her response to that was, oh, well, we tried parent training already. Well, I don't know what that means. I mean, parent training is a vague term. I don't know if she took an online course or went somewhere for it, but regardless of that, what I heard from her was kind of this fixed mindset of, I'm not willing to kind of try something else because I've tried some things before and I want to outsource this to somebody else. And I want you to think about this for a minute. Do you think that if your child isn't listening to you, that sending them to therapy every week is going to get them to listen to you? No. You have to put in the work here by creating scaffolding, by changing the way you use language, and implementing strategies that are designed for the ADHD brain. So one of the things I often see is for kids who are struggling with behavior at home is parents, and often this is recommended to them, so I'm not putting any kind of blame on anyone, but often they try things like individual therapy for kids or, at-home therapy or things that might not necessarily work because at the end of the day, ADHD is an executive function developmental delay, and if we're not dealing with those underlying executive function issues, so, in terms of emotional regulation, flexibility, those kind of things, then we're really not going to see change. The other part of this is that obviously an authoritative parenting approach is really important for kids with ADHD because it provides them that structure and that scaffolding they need to be successful. A lot of times I see parents, give me pushback for this. And what I find a lot is parents who had an authoritarian parent growing up, which is somebody who's kind of, do what I say right now and don't ask questions. What they do is they kind of react to that in their own parenting by being extremely permissive and indulgent. Well, neither authoritarian parenting or permissive indulgent parenting works for kids with ADHD, and in my experience it makes them feel emotionally unsafe because they don't know where the boundaries are, they don't know where the limits are. So authoritative parenting, creating scaffolding at home to help them be successful, reducing parental accommodation, changing the way we use language, and being consistent, those are the things that are going to facilitate behavior change, and it's going to help your child be more successful at home with their behavior, and most importantly, it's going to help them feel better as well, because when kids are doing better, they feel better about themselves. So keep that in mind. Have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.